Hello students, today we start the next question, that is normal secondary growth in dicot cells. So in normal secondary growth there is the normal cambium developed with the normal growth, that is the normal secondary growth. In the stem there are in dicot stem at the center there is the pith region is present. After the pith there is the vascular bundles are arranged. In that, the phloem present at the outside and xylem at the inner side, and in between there is the cambium is present. So whole vascular system is called as the conjoined collateral and open vascular bundles. After the vascular bundles there is the development of pericycle. Then after pericycle there is the endodermis, and after endodermis there is the cortex region, and outermost layer is the epidermis. So this is the normal structure of stem in the dicot. Then what happens in the normal secondary growth in dicots? So in that there is the different development of the intravascular cambium, that is in between the xylem and phloem region. The intravascular system or cambium is developed. In sometimes there is the intervascular cambium is developed. Intervascular cambium, that means between the two vascular bundles the intervascular cambium is developed. Then in the cortical cambium is region ring, that means it produces in the cortex regions. Then fourth one is the secondary phloem and secondary xylem is developed. Secondary phloem developed in less amount and secondary xylem developed at the more amount. So this is the normal secondary growth in stem. In that at center there is the pith. Then after pith there is the secondary xylem and secondary phloem. Secondary xylem is nothing but the wood, and after secondary xylem there is the secondary phloem. In the cortex region there is the outer cork cell, middle is the cortical cambium is developed, and at the inner side there is the secondary cortical cells. So all these cork cells, cork cambium and secondary cortical cells are known as the cork or bark. So what happening in intervascular cambium? Intravascular cambium, intra that means in between the vascular bundle, xylem and phloem. So in between the vascular system, that is vascular bundles, the conjoined collateral and open vascular bundles are observed in the इंट्राफेसिकुलर कैम्बियम. जो हमने फर्स्ट फिगर देखा है that is the intrafascicular cambium. This is in between the xylem and phloem there is a cambium region is developed, that is intrafascicular cambium. So in that the vascular bundles are the conjoined collateral and opens. Then in second interfascicular cambium, that means the secondary growth during the secondary growth of the cells is observed in between the vascular bundles. So these meristematic cells are developed in between the vascular bundles. So it forms the intervascular or fascicular cambium. दो वैस्कुलर बंडल्स के बीच में जो मेरिस्टेमेटिक ग्रोथ हो जाते हैं तो दैट इज़ द इंटरफेसिकुलर कैम्बियम. देन वैस्कुलर कैम्बियम रिंग एंड कॉर्टिकल कैम्बियम रिंग. तो वैस्कुलर कैम्बियम रिंग एंड कॉर्टिकल कैम्बियम रिंग में क्या होता है? देयर इज द इंट्रावेसिकुलर कैम्बियम एंड इंटरवेसिकुलर कैम्बियम यूनाइट्स टू फॉर्म द वैस्कुलर कैम्बियम रिंग. जब हमने देखा कि जो इंट्राफेसिकुलर जो दो वैस्कुलर xylem और phloem के बीच में जब कैम्बियम डेवलप होता है तो दैट इज़ द intravascular cambium. And intervascular cambium, that means in between the two vascular bundles. When these intra or intervascular cambiums are combined, then at that place the vascular cambium ring is developed. So simultaneously some of the cells of cortex become meristematic so as they forms the cortical cambium ring. तो जो cortex के जो cells है they become converted into the meristematic cells and they develop the rings. Next, about the activity of cambium rings. So vascular cambium rings add more amount of secondary xylem on inner sides and less amount of secondary phloem on the outer sides. जब ये रिंग डेवलप होती है तो वहाँ पे क्या होता है कि दे विल बी एडेड secondary xylem at the inner sides and जो secondary phloem है they add on the outer side. But the amount that is secondary xylem जो प्रोड्यूस होता है that will be produced in less amount and secondary phloem will be produced on secondary xylem it is produced in more amount and secondary phloem is produced on less amount and they will be at the outer sides. So simultaneously cork cambium adds some secondary cortical cells on inner sides and cork cells on outer side. So collectively cork cells, cork cambium and secondary cortical cells is called as the cork or bark. So at that time the bark, the outer part of this stem will be developed due to this normal secondary growth. Yes, so I hope all of you have got this point. So this is the TS of dicot stem. So in the TS, the outer layer it develops the trichomes on the epidermis layer. Epidermis, it is single layered outer cells. Below the epidermis there is the 3 to 4 layers of hypodermis, which is also in parenchymatous cells. Then after hypodermis there is the cortex region, and below cortex there is the endodermis is present, which is again single layered. At that endodermis some hold blast cell or hard blast cells are developed, and after that endodermis secondary phloem regions are developed. So they followed secondary phloem followed the vascular or fascicular cambium region is developed. So below that secondary xylem is present. So as you seen in this figure, so secondary xylem it is in more amount and secondary phloem which is at the outer sides and it is in less amount, and at the center there is the pith region. So in this way the normal secondary growth is happening in case of the dicot stem or in sunflower. So the sunflower is the best example of the dicot plants. So I hope all of you should understand this normal secondary growth in the dicot stem. So first of all what developed? So firstly in that cells the intrafascicular cambium is developed. Intrafascicular cambium, that means it develops in between the xylem and phloem. Then there is the development of the interfascicular cambium. Interfascicular, that means in between the two vascular bundle meristematic growth is developed. Then these intra and interfascicular cambium, they will be joined or connected or unites and they form the vascular cambium ring or cortical cambium ring. And then these cambium rings will develop the secondary xylem and secondary phloem. the secondary xylem at the inner side, which is more amount, and second phloem it is outer side and less amount. So in this way the normal secondary growth is happening in the dicot stem. So now I stop here. I hope all of you are